Have you ever felt that your schedule is completely full, but then a manager or a client asks you for an additional task? You want to help, but you also want to maintain the quality of your current work.
Exactly, Grace. Many professionals worry that saying no might make them look unhelpful or less dedicated to their team. But in reality, establishing professional focus is a key skill for long-term career growth and work-life harmony.
Welcome to Business English for Success. I am Grace and this is Ethan. Today, we are sharing a professional guide on how to manage requests with confidence and professionalism. We have designed 4 realistic scenarios that follow a typical work journey, from managing your workload with a supervisor to handling new requests from international partners.
We will show you the difference between a basic response and a professional one. By the end of this video, you will have effective phrases to prioritize your tasks while actually building stronger trust with your colleagues.
We will also practice a solution-oriented response in our later examples. This approach helps you maintain a positive and helpful tone, even in difficult professional moments.
Are you ready to practice these communication skills with us? Let's begin with our first scenario, handling a busy schedule when your manager has a new request.
Imagine it is Tuesday morning. You are dedicated to a key project that is due tomorrow. Suddenly, your manager reaches out to you. They would like your assistance with another important report. You want to be helpful because you value your role, but your current schedule is already at capacity.
This is a very common situation. The goal here is not to decline the work, but to manage your time so that every task receives the high level of excellence it deserves.
To understand why some responses work better than others, let's first look at a less effective way to respond.
I can't do that right now. I have too much work and I am very busy.
Saying you are too busy can sometimes limit the view of your organizational skills. It doesn't offer a path forward to your manager. It only highlights a challenge. Instead of focusing on what you cannot do, focus on your current commitments. We recommend using the guidance and focus approach. This means you share what you are currently focused on and ask for their guidance on which task is most beneficial for the team's success.
This shows you are responsible and care about the quality of the final result. But how does this look in a real office setting? Let's watch a demonstration.
Now, let's see how to apply this naturally in a real workplace setting. Watch how Ethan communicates his schedule clearly.
Ethan, I know you are working on the quarterly review, but could you please prepare the presentation slides for the board meeting by 4 p.m. today?
Thank you for considering me for this task, Grace. I'm currently finalizing the quarterly review to ensure it is ready for tomorrow's deadline.
I understand, but the board meeting presentation is also quite important for the team.
I appreciate that. To maintain a high standard for both projects, should I focus on the presentation slides first and move the quarterly review timeline to Friday morning?
I see. Actually, the review is our top priority. Let me ask Sarah to help with the presentation slides instead. Thank you for updating me on your schedule, Ethan.
Thank you, Grace. I want to make sure I give my full attention to the review so it is excellent for the team. I'm happy to support the next project once this is completed.
Did you notice how Ethan handled that? He focused on clarity. Instead of a no, he used the phrase, to maintain a high standard for both projects.
Exactly. This phrase changes the conversation from availability to quality of work. It shows your manager that you are a thoughtful professional who cares about the company's success.
When you ask your manager to help you prioritize, you are making them a partner in your time management. This builds trust and professional respect.
To help you remember this, our key sentence for this scenario is, should I prioritize this new task over my current project to ensure the highest quality?
Now it's your turn. If your supervisor assigned you a new task today, how would you professionally explain your current priority? Share your sentence in the comments below, and we will support you with suggestions.
Managing your time with your manager is important, but what happens when you're invited to join a project that doesn't match your current skills or career focus?
That is our next scenario. We will share how to defer a project while still looking like a valuable team member. Let's move to scenario 2, managing a request outside your expertise.
You are now in the middle of your workday. A senior leader approaches you with a new proposal. They would like you to lead a project that involves technical skills or a department you are not familiar with. You want to be helpful, but you recognize that someone else in the company would be a great fit for this specific task.
This is a strategic approach. If you accept a project that you cannot deliver to a high standard, it might affect your professional growth in the long run.
Let's listen to a response that could be improved.
I don't know anything about that department. I'm not the right person for this project, so please ask someone else.
While this is honest, it sounds a bit brief. It focuses on what you don't know rather than your desire for the project's success.
The better way is to use the expertise sharing approach. You express your appreciation for the opportunity, but you focus on what is best for the project's success.
Exactly, Ethan. You should highlight your current strengths and then suggest a colleague who has the specific expertise required. This shows you are thinking about the company's goals and team results. To help you understand how to use this in a real meeting, let's watch Ethan and I demonstrate a professional conversation.
Ethan, we've seen your great work in marketing. We'd like you to oversee the new software integration project starting next month.
Thank you very much for your confidence in my work, Grace. I truly appreciate being considered for such a meaningful role.
We think your leadership would be valuable there.
I agree that leadership is key for this project. However, to ensure this integration is highly effective, I believe someone with a deep background in IT would be more suitable. My expertise is currently focused on brand growth and communication.
That is a fair point. We do need a lot of technical oversight.
May I suggest inviting David from the IT department to lead this? I would be happy to support him from a communication perspective to ensure the team is well informed.
That is a very thoughtful suggestion, Ethan. Let's coordinate a meeting with David tomorrow. Thank you for your honesty.
Did you hear the shift? I didn't say, I am not good at this. I said, someone with a deep background in IT would be more effective.
This is helpful because you are prioritizing the quality of the work. You also offered to support in a way that matches your actual skills. This makes you look like a collaborative and strategic thinker.
When you suggest a better resource, you are assisting the manager with a solution instead of just giving them a no.
Our key phrase for this approach is, to ensure the best outcome for this project, I believe someone with a deep background in IT would be more effective.
We want to hear from you. Think of a skill you admire in a colleague. How would you recommend them for a project today? Practice your sentence and write it in the comments. We love reading your professional examples.
Being strategic with projects is a great way to grow. But what about those small daily requests that require your time?
Like an invitation to a meeting that doesn't necessarily need your presence. How do you decline a meeting invitation while still staying updated?
That's exactly what we will cover in our next scenario. Let's learn how to manage your time effectively in scenario 3. It is now the middle of the afternoon. You receive an invitation for a 60-minute meeting tomorrow. You look at the agenda and realize your presence is not essential for every part of the discussion. You want to stay informed about the progress, but you also need that hour to focus on your own important assignments.
This happens to everyone. Being professional does not mean attending every single meeting. It means managing your time to be as effective as possible for the team.
Let's listen to a response that might sound a bit unclear.
I'm not coming to the meeting. I have too much work to do, and I don't think I need to be there.
This response can sound a bit abrupt. It doesn't show that you care about the goals of the meeting. It only shows that you are declining the invitation.
Instead, we recommend the Stay Connected approach. You update your availability, but you offer a way to contribute or stay informed.
Exactly, Ethan. You should ask for the meeting summary or offer to provide your input via email instead. This shows you are still engaged with the team even if you are not in the room. This is a very professional way to organize your schedule. Let's see how to communicate this clearly so your team still feels supported.
Hi, Ethan. I've invited you to the general project sync tomorrow at 3 p.m. Will you be able to join us?
Thank you for the invitation, Grace. I've reviewed the agenda and I noticed that the focus is mainly on the logistics updates for this week.
Yes, we are finalizing the delivery dates.
To ensure I can meet my current project goals, would it be possible for me to review the summary afterward?
I see. We do need your input on the budget section, though.
I'm happy to send my budget updates via email before the meeting starts. If any specific questions arise, please let me know and I will respond promptly.
That sounds like a very productive plan, Ethan. Thank you for providing the updates in advance.
Notice the difference? I didn't just say no. I offered a helpful alternative.
By offering to send updates via email, Ethan showed that he is still committed to the project's success. He respected the coordinator's time by contributing in a way that was most efficient.
This approach builds a reputation as someone who is results-focused. People will respect your time more when they see you managing it so carefully.
Our key phrase for this situation is, "To ensure I meet my current commitments, may I review the meeting summary afterward?"
We want to hear from you. If you have a busy day tomorrow, which meeting could you potentially support via email instead? Practice writing your polite response in the comments. We are here to help you grow.
We've handled internal situations with managers and colleagues, but what happens when the request comes from a client?
Managing expectations from a client or partner is an important part of professional communication. How do you say no to a request while keeping the partnership strong?
That is exactly what we will explore in our final scenario. Let's move to scenario 4, managing client expectations professionally. It is late afternoon. You receive a call from a long-term client. They are asking for a notable change to the project and they would like it finished by tomorrow morning. You value this partnership, but their request is not feasible to complete in such a short time while maintaining high standards.
This is a situation where we manage expectations together. If you agree and cannot deliver, the partnership is affected. If you respond incorrectly, they might feel unsupported. The goal is to reach a mutually beneficial agreement.
Let's look at a common but less effective reaction.
We can't do that. Your request is unfair and we don't have the time or money for extra changes right now.
Using words like unfair or can't creates a barrier. It makes the client feel like you are not working together.
Instead, we use the value-based approach. You acknowledge their need, explain the technical steps clearly, and offer a realistic alternative that still provides great results.
Exactly. You focus on quality focus and reliable outcomes. You want to show the client that your response is actually ensuring the success of their project. Now, let's observe how to handle this delicate conversation with a client while maintaining a strong partnership.
Ethan, we've decided to add 3 more features to the app. We need these live by tomorrow's launch. It should be part of the original agreement, right?
I appreciate your vision for these new features, Grace. They would definitely add value to the user experience in the future.
Great, so we can have them ready by tomorrow morning.
To ensure the stability and performance of your platform for the launch, we recommend thorough testing before implementing these changes.
But we really wanted a big impact for the opening day.
I understand. Here is what we can do. We will focus on making the current features excellent for tomorrow's launch to ensure a positive experience for all users. Then, we can schedule a meeting for Monday to create a formal plan for these new updates. Does that work for you?
I see your point. A reliable launch is better than an unstable one. Let's stick to the original plan for now and talk on Monday.
Thank you for your understanding, Grace. Our priority is the success of your launch.
Ethan did something very thoughtful here.
He linked his response to the stability and performance of the client's own project.
Yes, when you frame your response as a way to ensure quality, they're much more likely to listen. I wasn't responding this way because of a lack of effort. I was doing it because I care about their success.
And by offering a follow-up meeting on Monday, you showed that the partnership is still a long-term priority. This is how you maintain a strong professional reputation.
Our key phrase for this situation is, to ensure the quality and stability of the current project, I recommend we schedule a separate plan for these updates.
This was a very practical scenario. Have you ever had to manage a client's expectations? How did you handle it? Write one professional word you used in that conversation in the comments below.
We have successfully explored 4 important scenarios today. From your manager to your clients, you now have the tools to communicate with confidence.
But remember, knowing the phrases is just the beginning. To communicate with clarity, let's practice the natural flow and tone of these words.
That's why we have prepared our shadowing practice session next. We will practice the most important sentences from today's lesson together. Let's get ready to improve your speaking habits right now.
Now it's time to apply these words in practice. Understanding the approach is a great start, but speaking the words aloud strengthens your confidence.
We have selected the 4 most effective sentences from today's scenarios. Please repeat after us. We will say each sentence twice.
Let's start with balancing your workload. Should I prioritize this new task over my current project to ensure the best quality?
Should I prioritize this new task over my current project to ensure the best quality?
Very good. Now for suggesting a resource. To ensure the best outcome, I believe someone with specific expertise would be more effective.
To ensure the best outcome, I believe someone with specific expertise would be more effective.
Great job. Next, organizing your time with meetings. To ensure I meet my current commitments, may I review the meeting summary afterward?
To ensure I meet my current commitments, may I review the meeting summary afterward?
Final one, managing client expectations. To ensure the stability of the current project, I recommend a separate plan for these updates.
To ensure the stability of the current project, I recommend a separate plan for these updates.
Wonderful effort. Speaking these phrases regularly will make them a natural part of your professional communication.
Grace, looking back at our 4 scenarios today, what do you think is the most important lesson?
I think it's the shift in perspective, Ethan. Establishing focus is not about being unhelpful. It's about being responsible for the quality you provide to your team and your clients.
I agree. Whether it's talking to a manager or a client, using constructive language shows that you are a reliable and dedicated professional.
We hope these strategies help you manage your next work conversation with more confidence and clarity.
If you found today's lesson helpful for your professional growth, please feel free to share which scenario was most useful for you in the comments.
Your learning is our priority. Thank you for joining us today on Business English for Success. Keep practicing, and we look forward to supporting your progress in our next session.
Have a productive and successful day at work. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.